Back again with more Cannon-produced films of the 1980s, this time it's 1982. First up is the fourth Lemon Popsicle film, known as Private Popsicle, and was released in 1982. Three young Israeli men join the army, and it soon turns out that they're more interested in chasing skirts than following orders. No trailer for this one, so we'll enjoy the end credits, which is a clip compilation.
Private, strictly private. A sailor sails the sea, an airman goes by air. But what do simple soldiers get? Does anybody care? But when there's trouble around, they're issued with a gun. Then slug through everything on the ground, or shovel it by the ton. Oh, keep it strictly private. Oh, absolutely private. Oh, bullets, bombs, or knives, privates get the flaming lot. Oh, and nothing's private about a slugging private. That fact he soon arrives at, or he gets flaming shot. Private, private, strictly private, 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 strictly private. They have to do or die. They do or they get done, and get up at the crack of dawn. A soldier's life is fun, but do they ever complain? You're right, they damn well do. When told they've nothing to grouse about, they say the same to you. Oh, keep it strictly private, absolutely private. Bullets, bombs, or knives, privates get the flaming lot. And nothing's private about a slugging private. That fact he soon arrives at, or he gets flaming shot. Private, private, strictly private. Private, private, strictly private. Private, private, strictly private. Private, private, strictly private. Private, private, strictly private.
Boy Takes Girl, Boy Meets Girl, or Young Love was first released in 1982. Tween drama where a girl goes into a care home that has girls and boys. Probably for the best, I couldn't find a trailer for this one. The Secret of Yolanda, also known as Mute Love, was released worldwide in 1982. A beautiful deaf mute is courted by both her riding instructor and personal guardian in this hot and heavy romance story. Couldn't find a trailer for this one either. Death Wish 2, the first of the Cannon sequels, was released on February 19th, 1982 in the United States. Architect Paul Kersey once again becomes a vigilante when he tries to find the 5 street punks who murdered his daughter and housekeeper. This time he's on the dark streets of Los Angeles.
A city under attack, and one man under fire.
This is the place.
A violent invasion of his home and his family.
Any news of my daughter?
Not yet, but as soon as we hear anything, we'll let you know.
He's back, Charles Bronson,
And you out.
fighting back
Magic.
in Death Wish 2.
He killed 9 people in New York City 4 years ago.
Now he's face to face with the filth of the city. If the police can't clean up the streets, he will, his way.
Doesn't it make you wonder what he may be doing at night?
Where do you think I've been?
Killing muggers?
For every criminal, he's a nightmare come alive. In a city of fear, vengeance is his.
Chatterley's Lover was released on May 7th, 1982 in the United States. After an injury leaves her husband paralysed, Lady Chatterley is torn between her love for her husband and her physical desires. With her husband's consent, she seeks out other means of fulfilling her needs.
Lady Chatterley's Lover. D.H. Lawrence's classic masterpiece is now a major motion picture with Nicholas Clay and Shane Bryant in this dramatically compelling and erotically explicit movie. Directed by Juste Chacun, and these two outstanding talents have been brought together in Lady Chatterley's Lover.
Was it a lot of trouble?
No, how could it be?
Thank you.
First, a romantic novel. Now, a powerful film, Lady Chatterley's Lover.
The Last American Virgin, which is a remake of the original Lemon Popsicle but set in contemporary times, was released on July 30th, 1982 in the United States. Pete's the delivery boy Gary, Loudmouth David and Hunky Rick are three high school students out to lose their virginity any which way they can. Gary falls for transfer student Karen, who gets involved with Rick.
And now let's all get serious. Come on, move. Dance all night, play all day. 1, 2, 3. Dance all night. Hi. Shake it up. 96, 97, 98, 99.
Now you two have fun.
Say whip it. Say whip it.
It's alive.
The Last American Virgin, featuring songs by Blondie, The Cars, Devo, Journey, The Police, REO Speedwagon, Tommy Tuttle, and more. The Last American Virgin. See it or be it.
Yeah.
Shake it up.
That championship season had a limited release in the US in December 1982, and then was released worldwide in 1983. It started out as a friendly meeting between four old buddies with their former basketball coach, and ended up revealing the truth about their relationship.
For one brief moment, they were the greatest.
I'm proud of you. Climbing to the top of your professions, business, politics, education, travel.
Go! Hey!
Woo! 9 seconds. Not bad.
Even though the election's just a month away, no politics today, and that's a promise.
For the 1957 Pennsylvania high school basketball champions.
Here, here.
James, tell him my new campaign slogan.
Not now, George.
Come on. The romance continues.
I love the guy, but we got Looney Tunes for a mayor.
Is that the only reason you're against him?
Isn't that enough?
I thought it might be because you're having an affair with his wife.
You're doing what with my wife?
She came to see me about a campaign contribution.
You take us.
I wonder how much she raised.
Well, ridiculous. You know that?
I'm absurd. Are you kidding? You're an alcoholic.
You need each other, boys. Need.
I don't need him.
So you want to dump me as George's campaign manager, huh?
You're a shabby man.
You're degenerate.
Find his weak spot and go after him.
You're shabby.
Punish him with it.
You're a twisted man.
Win! Win!
Pride, loyalty, teamwork.
Here's my trophy, Coach. I'm gonna tell about the kickbacks, the cops, the money, everything! Hook him to death!
Read the names in silver. Deny that.
Empty.
That championship season, a Golan Globus production of a Jason Miller film from Cannon.
Coming soon from Cannon Films, can Charles Bronson stop a terrorist attack in 10 to midnight? And now the first of a 3-part video series as we look at Cannon Films at their peak.
Invasion USA. They are an army of international terrorists. Their target, America. Their objective, control.
18 hours from now, America will be a different place.
Cannon Films, the company of the future.
Let me tell you, Cannon today is in a stage, maybe it could be compared to the beginning of United Artists. If you remember those days, we reached this room, this table, this building, this kind of recognition. For the first time, I felt, I was 2 weeks around the country, and the first time I felt, first of all, everybody knew about us, and everybody treated us with respect, and the interviews were fantastic, the way they looked to us, and they said, you are those guys that conquered Hollywood, you are those, and it's like a fantasy, and they all looked to us with appreciation. They were as if they loved us for what we are and what we did. הולך להחליף את המוזיקה, אני הולך לשנות קצת, ואני מחפש שם. בינתיים יש לי איזה שם, אני צריך שאתה תחשוב עליו. Stop that marriage. בינתיים, זה השם שלי בינתיים.
8 years ago, Menahem Golan and his cousin YouRun Globus were virtually unknown outside Israel. They now run the most powerful independent film company in the world.
Marriage, Venetian style. היה holiday in Rome. Holiday in Rome, holiday in Venice. Marriage in Venice. Marriage in Venice. זה שם טוב. כן? כן. Marriage in Venice. Or stop that marriage. Marriage in Venice. Are we getting lunch here?
Yes, we are.
Because a lot of people are coming. You ever know the lot? Because Shoshiko is coming.
Yeah.
Now.
Where is it? Just go over there and watch us dance.
This is it, Joey. This is it. In the play Turbo and Ozone. Double that B-boys with a funky bass to make you feel real.
Cannon specialise in low-budget films for the international market. Breakdancing was made for $1.5 million and grossed $40 million at the box office. Golan and Globus control cinema chains in Italy, Germany and Holland. And earlier this month they bought a huge share of the British film industry, including ABC Cinemas and Elstree Studios.
People live in the city. You've got to be careful of everyone you meet. There's really truth. People standing. The innocent bystander.
Cannon, who already own the classic and star cinema chains in Britain, have been interested in buying screen entertainment all along. Under today's deal, Cannon has pledged to step up film production at Elstree Studios. The combined group will control almost 40% of the cinema screens in this country, a share of the market that could well attract the attentions of the Office of Fair Trading.
The company doesn't have any problem to finance this acquisition and don't need any help from nobody.
Do you think this is the end of Cannon's outward expansion now, or are you still intending to acquire more?
Not the sky's the limit. Not. Why should it be the end? We are like those troubadours in the Middle Ages who used to go to the marketplaces and tell fairy tales, tell story to the people who had dreary lives. I believe that all of us are looking for, one of the great things that we are all looking for is more life. Life, another life. Life beyond what we are limited to on our earth. Life beyond E.T., life up there. And that's what cinema provides us. It's practically a godliest art.
And since we don't play tennis, we are not going to Apollo lunch in the Beverly Hills Hotel, and we don't have other hobby than cinema. So when we finish to work and we have 2 hours, we go to see a movie.
We write no last chapters. We close no books. We put away no final memories. An end to America's involvement in Vietnam cannot come before we have achieved the fullest possible accounting of those missing in action.
Hydraulic control switch?
On.
Both. Jumper sliding in. Heads up, guys. Here comes Colonel Braddock.
So why would Colonel want to go to Cambodia?
Yeah, he could get hurt going across the fence.
He's leading a recon unit, checking enemy strength.
Clear? Clear left, sir. Let her rip. Main generator switch. Burn switch. Clear. Governor RPM. Morning, sir. Morning, Sergeant. Sergeant Blake. Would you like to take the control, sir? No, thanks, Captain. Along for the ride.
Menahem Golan was born Menahem Globus in Tiberias, Palestine. For patriotic reasons, he renamed himself after the Golan Heights. He flew as a fighter pilot in the 1948 War of Independence. YouRun Globus worked as a projectionist at his father's cinema in Haifa and sold tickets in Ice Creek. Before moving to Hollywood, Golan and Globus virtually created the Israeli film industry. When they took control of Canon in 1979, it was a near-bankrupt company, producing cheap films like The Happy Hooker and Cauldron of Blood. Their shares were then quoted at 20 cents. They're now worth $35.
Okay, hold on just one moment.
Jack, we are talking about the director, Bogdanovich. I want to sign with Bogdanovich a 2 or 3 picture deal.
Yeah, but you know, Mark, let me tell you something, all right? I mean, you and I know each other a long time. But if you want to buy Peter Bogdanovich on the street, okay? Just say that you had a project called XYZ.
Yeah, I'm not buying people. I'm giving them opportunities.
But he's not going to do it for $1 million, honest to God.
Yeah, man. Then we don't have a deal.
I mean, that's what I got to tell you honestly. I don't want to. I do respect you, all right?
My friend, my offer to him is $1 million per picture with points, fair points, and to be a member of the Canon family. He needs a family because he is now without a family. And he's a loser and he needs to be with the winners.
I will discuss it with him, and I promise I will get back to you.
I want to work with him. We're working now with Frankenheimer. Friedkin is signing with us. And as you know, Zeffirelli will do 3 pictures here. Andrei Konchalovsky, great directors. He should be with a family of great directors, and he should appreciate the fact that I consider him a great director. With John Cassavetes, brought me a 2 hours and 15 minutes movie, Love Streams. I had the right to cut it. I told John, I think 15 minutes the movie can suffer. Go and cut out 15 minutes in the middle, and you will see we'll get a much better movie. He said, Menachem, it will be done in the next 2 days. 2 days later he came, and the movie was 2.5 hours. And I said, John, you added 15 minutes. He said, but it's shorter, nevertheless. I said, John, you're a genius. What can I tell you? I will not argue. We'll go out with your cut. We have suffered.
Menachem, let me ask you, on a film that breaks even, what is your problem with giving up a percentage for Friedkin's deal?
Look, we do not want to go to gross deals with directors. We don't want to. We want to feel good with the guy. And look, I think Friedkin deserves points. I don't tell you not.
Well, but he's always had points.
but not gross. I cannot give gross. I'm not giving gross.
Well, but it's the same. I mean, Dino is doing the same thing with them. I mean, Dino does...
Then I need 3 negative costs to take.
Let me ask another thing. The Mirishes are producing, or they're whatever they're doing.
Yes.
How much are they getting for this?
Listen, the Mirish brought us Dustin Hoffman. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
When they brought us Dustin Hoffman, they had something to sell us.
I understand.
Cannon Films presents an outstanding lineup of films for 1986 and beyond. Major filmmakers, major stars, major motion pictures. Next, Sylvester Stallone hits the road in an 18-wheeler and heads out to become a world-class champion. This time, he's fighting with his bare hands and going over the top.
Menachem he's a dreamer, and he's a grown-up kid, and he's doing everything he's always wanted to do in this industry. He dreams all the time, and he makes his dreams into a reality.
If a director is not flexible, and he doesn't find that you can shoot streets of New York, in Montreal, in Toronto, you know, let me tell you, John Schlesinger is shooting for Orion, The Religion. It's a New York story, he's shooting it 100% in Toronto. I mean, the difference we found in the budget is to shoot 2 weeks in New York, actually less than 10 days. Second unit cost $1.5 million compared to $200,000 in Toronto. The budget for Toronto for 6 weeks is as much, practically, of the below the line of New York of 10 days. You understand? And if you want to go to New York for a couple of days and steal some shots, fine with me. But the main thing that you have to be fast and flexible, because the unions, especially the Teamsters, are killers.
But the mob is in for a surprise because Harry is fighting back. Starring Roy Scheider and Anne Margaret in 52 Pickup. Written by Elmore Leonard, directed by John Frankenheimer.
Christy, could you come in a minute, please? When you work with Cannon, you're working with the same management that you start the picture with and that you finish the picture with. Now, that hasn't happened to me in 10 years. Every company that I've worked with, the management has changed from the beginning of the picture till the end of the picture. I don't have to tell you what that means. It means that the new management comes in and they dump your movie because they want to discredit the previous management. That doesn't happen at Cannon. You're dealing with filmmakers. Most of the people that are in executive positions in Hollywood today have never made a movie. They have never been involved in the production of a movie. They have no idea of what it takes to make a movie. Most of them have no idea of what a director does. Menachem Golan is a director. You're dealing with someone who does the same thing you do, who understands what your problems are. You're dealing with guys who know every element of the film business. That, to me, is terribly refreshing. So far, it's been a terrifically happy association, and I have every reason to believe that it's going to continue to be. Unlike England, where everybody talks about making movies and nobody makes them, here, these guys make the movies. And they don't talk very much, which I find terribly refreshing.
Acclaimed director Andrei Konchalovsky brings Tom Kempinski's electrifying masterpiece to the screen. Duet for One. Julie Andrews, Alan Bates, Max von Sydow in Duet for One.
Well, they seem to be the only people that are making pictures at the moment. I think they've done a marvellous thing for the industry. At least we're working. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be. You know, there aren't any other pictures at the moment, or very few anyway. I think their reputation is getting better. I think their product is getting better. Let's hope the upward trend keeps going.
Action! What? More champagne, please, miss.
So terribly sorry.
Wait.
Oh, silly.
What is it?
How long will he be gone?
I don't know, but I'll call him.
Are you still planning to go to Singapore?
Well, we had thought about it, but he didn't.
Okay, good. Fine. Better, get me there.
God, getting there. It is so hot.
More you look at him, more it will be covered. You see, otherwise, I still feel that you're avoiding. Like you're smiling to something. I'd like you to look at him with, don't hide your tenderness. But I feel good. I look at you, you're still handsome.
It's a very dramatic role, and for me, perhaps one of the biggest in quite a long time, in that it's terribly detailed. It isn't often that an actress has the chance to try to learn to play the violin and to portray the difficulties of somebody with multiple sclerosis and 100 other things as well. I got the strangest feeling in my hands.
Like what?
Like it didn't belong to me, you know. My mind was telling it to do one thing, but the fingers wouldn't respond, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure. אתה יודע שה-HBO לקח את זה. כן,
You shouldn't drink any more tonight.
תשמע, אנחנו נעשה כסף על הסרט הזה, זה לא רק הצלחה אמנותית תהיה. אני חושב ככה.
41 take 3, camera.
Camera in. And playback. Andre, you remember that little scene?
Of course I remember.
Well, he's better than her, you know what I mean?
I know, it should be that this way.
Yeah?
No, that's planned, Menachem. It's exactly why I'm taking her, because she has so many dramatic scenes. If she's going to push the time to the tier, we won't have any place to go.
I understand. But after all, she's talking about something that she had no choice. Well, maybe because...
I know, but she speaks about it, my dear friend, through the whole fucking movie, and 4 times with psychiatrists.
I know, I understand. Andre, I trust you, I know what you're doing. And I know that you are looking at the whole movie. But I see rushes of few days, that's all, so maybe my judgment...
It was very important for me to hold it. I'm holding very much scenes back.
I understand.
Otherwise we will never get to the real climax.
I understand.
It's like to play piano to get real forte after, that's it.
I understand, Andre, but it looks...
How did you like Albert Hall?
I didn't believe my eyes. How many people you had there? I mean, it looks like you have 5,000 people.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
You see, they do understand me. One situation I know of, there was a talented director here that Menachem had a good instinct about, and he gave him a lot of leeway, and film didn't turn out actually, and he was furious, and I understand he was angry over the fact that he trusted this guy, his instincts were wrong, and the film was finished, but I don't know if he'll work here again, and that's where Menachem is more of a, that's where he's a toughie. That's what I actually, this may sound convenient, but that's what I like about him, I mean, luckily I'm speaking from a point of our film is in good shape. He likes us and everything's okay. We're doing another one based on that instinct. But I guess you just don't let him down.